Hi, Dr. Ebru. It's very nice to have you here today with us to share your knowledge and expertise. As you know, the immune health has emerged as a top global trend. The COVID-19 pandemic has reinforced the desire for immune health and has created opportunities for innovation in the beauty industry. We have prepared 5 questions today for you. First of all, a strong immune system is key to staying healthy, but how beauty products are evolving into immunity supporting products?
Sure. Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to be on your webinar. So let's start with that. So at the start of the pandemic, we all experienced a need for protection and prevention. So with the continued pandemic, there was a lot of health concerns and quarantine periods that have augmented our stress, lack of sleep, depressive fatigue, and exposure to blue light because everybody's now working from home, long hours in front of our computers, which affects the skin and the body and the overall wellness. So this started to move consumers' focus from the skin's appearance to recognizing there is a deeper impact below the surface. So what started with the hand sanitizers, cleansers, soaps, and immune supporting vitamins to protect, support, and help the immune system against COVID and all this fatigue we're experiencing, it wasn't enough to protect
Mm,
the skin completely too. So this connection between the stress, daily stress in the immune system has been shown with scientific studies, and this chronic ever increasing stress has been shown it can lead to suppression of the immune system, even impairment, and it makes the body and the skin more susceptible to a chronic microinflammation, which we call as inflammaging. So this constant tissue, cell damage, and at the end, it can show up itself as inflammation on the skin.
oh,
So how overall, why is it affecting the skin, right? So your skin is your largest organ on your body. It is your barrier and it maintains the interaction between the external environment and your internal environment. So it's on the border. However, your skin is also impacted every day with daily aggressors and inflammatory agents. And if you are having this inflammaging problems, the body tries to solve it without showing you underneath the surface silently, but sometimes it cannot solve it. So then these problems start to be mirrored on the surface. Then you have a disturbed skin barrier, microbiome leading to itchiness, dryness, rough texture, irritation, heightened sensitivity, which all of us are experiencing in 2020 and 2021. So the question is how beauty products are evolving from a regular beauty product
mm,
towards an immunity supporting wellness product, right? So all these problems are the driving forces. So as an antidote to these signs of inflammaging or inflammatory skin issues, the skincare and beauty products are moving into more microbiome, barrier, immunity supporting preventative wellness products. And now
mm,
we can classify them as immunocosmetics. So that factors the skin, the ease of mind, the 4 pillars of the skin, which is your chemical barrier, your physical barrier, your skin microbiome, and your skin immune system, and overall your body as one holistic entity. It's not separated anymore.
mm,
Um, with that said, more and more companies are using ingredients that are known and proven to support the immune system, like vitamins A, D, C, niacinamide, pre and probiotics, adaptogens, ceramides, and fatty acids from nourishing oils. These all help to support the immune response against inflammatory aggressors. We've been taking them as supplements over the years. Now, more and more companies are putting them into the skincare products to support from outside,
mm,
not only from inside. So from inside, you're taking the vitamins, you're supporting from inside. From outside, you're using the products with these ingredients. So it's a double whammy. You're helping from both sides. So that is how it is um, evolving.
Wow, so certainly, the science played such huge role in this, and there's a lot of more rooms to develop in this area.
Exactly.
That's very interesting. Can you describe to us what is skin microbiome?
Sure. So let's explain what your skin is. So we take our skin for granted. It's an extraordinary organ. I mean, it covers all your body, it protects you,
Mm,
right? It is smart. It's very smart. It's a protective shield. And the main function is to serve a barrier between the outside world and you. It's your first line of defense against invasion by aggressors. These aggressors could be bacteria, viruses, environmental pollution, toxins, UV rays, temperature changes, stress, or even physical impact, right? So, how does the skin protect you? Is by four pillars. I call it four pillars. So, the physical is the physical, you see it. And then on this physical, we have a chemical barrier. Um, on top of that, we have skin microbiome and a very sophisticated network of skin immune cells that activates the immune response if you have an invasion by these aggressors. It protects you. So how does skin microbiome work in this network of four pillars? So your skin microbiome is composed of trillions of microscopic organisms. It's kind of scary, it sounds scary, but it's mostly bacteria. It's good bacteria. Like the bacteria we have in yogurt, that's good bacteria. We have good bacteria too. So they live on and in on our skin's various layers. And a healthy, or let's call it balanced skin microbiome, is like a diverse forest, right? You have different strains that coexist and work together for a
mm,
healthier skin. So these microbes that belongs to us are little warriors, and they're responsible for protecting our skin from
oh,
pathogens.
wow.
It
Mm,
helps the skin immunity because if the microbiome balance is disturbed, you start getting signals, and your skin immunity will say, okay, there's something wrong, this shouldn't be happening, and it's an alarm to it.
mm,
Also, the skin microbiome helps with nutrient absorption and helps keep the barrier functions of the skin intact, the moisture levels, the pH levels, everything. So what happens when this balance is disturbed, right? So
mm.
it can happen with stress, it can happen with over cleaning, it can happen with, overexposure to sun. There are many various problems that can cause that. But let's say one of the strain in our skin microbiome overgrows and starts to come over and crowd out the others. So that is an imbalance, and it's called as dysbiosis. We don't want that. So this can show up as sensitive skin, irritation, inflammation,
Oh,
even it can accelerate signs, aging signs like loss of elasticity and uneven tone and wrinkles. That is why your skin microbiome is so important, because if it's unbalanced, the whole pillars, like it's like losing one pillar, or one of the pillars is lower and then your roof is moving to the other side. Nothing is
mm,
balanced. So
mm.
skin microbiome is important.
Wow. How do we actually protect that or improve that on us?
So how do we protect it? How do we improve it? So we need to use the correct products. We need to know our skin.
Mm.
Um, Anything extreme is bad for us. Over cleansing, um, you know,
Wow.
that kind of thing, is bad for us. So selecting the right ingredients and selecting the right products and knowing your skin is extremely important. And when you have a problem, go to your dermatologist. I mean, don't
Mm.
try to fix it yourself if you can't fix it.
Hmm.
Don't don't try to fix it yourself. I think that's more important.
It's always better to check
Yes.
with the doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our next question is how to translate high science into understandable communication for the consumers.
This is a very good question, actually. You know what Albert Einstein said? He said, if you cannot explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough.
Mm,
So, as experts, as scientists, we have a very deep knowledge on very particular subjects, right? And when we're talking to our colleagues, especially if we're in the same area, we don't think about it. We just dish out all the deep knowledge, and because everybody's understanding everything, but it can sound gibberish to somebody who doesn't know that field. In
mm,
that case, what you're asking is critical. To communicate something very effectively
mhm,
becomes very important, because the consumer communication offers us scientists, it works both ways. It offers us scientists to learn and practice the basics of effective communication. How can we convey this precious piece of scientific information to you? Um,
mm,
and it also increases the impact of science in multiple dimensions. So it brings us to how, right? In that sense, knowing your audience is very important. Who are they? You will always need to know who you're trying to reach, what are their needs, because it affects everything else you're trying to explain down the road. Are you trying to reach to your peers in your field? Then you can stay more technical. But are you communicating across the fields? Are you communicating with consumers who are in need of, for example, a specific skincare problem needs to be solved? So
mm,
that changes your message. Are you talking to a local reporter? Changes your message. Regardless of this message and your goal, you need to know your audience. So how does this help? So this communication helps the scientists and helps this high science to find a more simple and more succinct way to get these essentials of the message across. Why does it matter? Why should it matter to your audience?
mm,
Why
mm,
is it important? So usually people approach to scientific communication from their own starting points, right? Communication expectations, their knowledge background, their skills, their beliefs, what are their values? These are all shaped by the broader political, social, geological, and economical influences. And that's why
mm,
it becomes really important to know your audience. So, how does this affect in the long run? When scientists are able to communicate effectively beyond
mm,
their peers, their colleagues, to a broader non-scientist audience, it builds support and trust for science. It promotes the
mm,
understanding of its wider relevance to the society and to the person, how it can help them on a personal level. It
mm.
encourages to become more informed, look for more information, and it also helps make easier decision making at all levels, from individuals to communities. So it's extremely important.
Very, very much. I totally agree with you. This is the communication because, but so far, what you have explained to me, everything about microbiome, about the skin and everything, you have done a great job to explaining
Yep.
to communicate to me and also to our audience. Um, our next question is, what is the growth trend of immunity and beauty?
That's a great question too.
Mm,
So we are on the verge of another major wave of new products that are designed to support a healthier wellness, skin, immune well-being, and beauty. Um, Let me go back to 2016. So between 2016 and 2020, the number of products referencing the prebiotics and probiotics were dramatically increased. Everybody was talking about microbiome. Then we had a short dip, and then last year, the reference to microbiome started to grow because people realized there was something wrong with their skin as they were cleansing more, using the mask, and they were getting irritation. So people started looking for, what is the microbiome? What is going on with my skin? So
mm,
in the first half of 2020, we saw more launches referencing to microbiome, skin microbiome, than all of 2018, which is
mm,
interesting. So according to the data from Intel, the facial skincare products is surging, with the main driver being skin health to improve the overall skin wellness, health, and boost the well-being. So
Mm,
that's the main point. Everybody wants to have a balanced, healthier skin. I mean, the appearance is great, but they want to look good. They want to feel healthy. So
mm,
to cleanse, to avoid the viruses has dramatically increased with COVID. And, at a point where we were washing our hands, like, I don't know, 20 times, 30 times a day,
mhm,
depending on your environment, the hand sanitizers with alcohol. So it completely stripped our hands
mm,
and also the mask on our face. So with that said, moisturizing with creams and serums, as well as facial treatments like masks or oils, they dramatically increased around 10% in 2020 compared to 2019. So, and this is increasing. So that tells us a story here. People are trying to support their skin balance.
mm.
And as we focus more on our overall health and immunity, the skin health and immunity and wellness have become more important, especially wearing of face masks has created skin irritation for some.
Mm,
So, on top of that, around 40% of women, according to that data from Intel, using the skincare products were predominantly looking for wellness, clean beauty with a focus of ingredient list, but the main theme was to relax and de-stress with well-being benefits. That's what they were looking for in skincare products. They want an ease of mind.
mm.
In this COVID age, you know, our thinking about skincare and wellness and all those products have shifted. You can feel it. And the consumers are drawing this growth trend in beauty and immunity
Mm.
for this ultimate physical, mental wellness. And the skincare has benefited a lot from this movement and demand. And I think it's great.
Yes, I heard you just mention about clean beauty also. That's actually my last question for today is how is safe beauty changing the clean beauty?
Oh, safe beauty and clean beauty, they kind of emerged. So
Mm,
safe beauty, as a brand, as AveSeena, as a consumer, as a scientist, to me, it means that you can use a product without risking your own health. That is the whole thing
mm,
about using any product, right? So the clean, as a term, means it's the necessary daily act to prevent disease on an immediate basis. So if we look from a clean beauty angle, it also focuses on protecting and supporting long-term human wellness as well as environmental health, right? So if you put also on top of that, safety is becoming quite important with our daily experience these days.
mm,
So the clean beauty movement originally focused on what was not in the product rather than what was in the product. So the clean cosmetics beauty movement definitely made consumers to take a closer look on what we put on our skins, which is a good thing. What is in the ingredients, what is not, and knowing what's in their product or learning how to read the label has become a top priority for consumers who had a health and clean focused mindset in 2019. In come 2020, the safe beauty started moving in. So they're asking for well preserved products, safely packaged products, transparency, clean beauty all together. So the beauty products have always symbolized this, sense of love and self-care to us because we wear it so close to our skin. So with the pandemic and how our mindset is changing, the safe beauty and clean beauty has emerged and
mm.
it's changing it. It's making it better. It's making it safer. And I love this evolution in the skincare and beauty market because it's pushing for the better, higher quality products.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much today for joining us and spend your time and share your knowledge and your insight with us.
You're welcome.
We
It's nice
really,
to be here.
we
Thank you.
really appreciate it. Thank you so much.